Coming up on Centennial Sportsnet. Trampolines and dodgeball? Not your typical league. Field hockey, Battle of the Ladies. Young star on the rise in Mississauga. Top 10 plays of the school year. Centennial Sportsnet. Now, I would watch it.
Good evening. I'm your host, Martha Kruk, alongside my lovely co-host, Matt Malandrucculo. Now, Matt, get your pom-poms ready. And you know what I'm talking about. The Toronto Maple Leafs won their second game of the season. What's going on here?
I don't know, Martha. They were supposed to be in a rebuild this year, which they are. And pain was a big word, talked about all offseason. 7 losses is very painful. Now, let's switch to a summer sport. When you think about the current state of Canadian tennis, you think about Eugenie Bouchard, Milos Raonic. When we look at the future, we can go to Mississauga and find 13-year-old Maksim Susic. He took a break from the game, a decision that paid off well. Martha Kruk has more.
Milos Raonic, Eugenie Bouchard, Vasek Pospisil. Those are some of the big names in tennis right now. Here at One Health Club in Mississauga, there are many rising stars. One of them is 13-year-old Maksim Susic. I had the chance to speak with Max during one of his training sessions.
Hello, my name is Maksim Susic, and I've been playing tennis for 9 years since I was 4. My biggest accomplishment has been winning 5 titles this summer, 3 of them under 16 and 2 under 14. In January, I took a 6-month break from playing tournaments, and summer I started again, and that was what I needed, a break. And after that, I just flipped the switch and started playing great. Well, I want to become #1 in the world, but that's kind of far away. So at least I want to get a scholarship for university and play tennis there, and throughout my whole life, let it be a part of it.
Max's parents immigrated from Etobicoke, Serbia about 15 years ago. The tennis star goes back regularly and notices there are some major differences.
Just over there, it's kind of less than here. You know, less buildings, less metropolis, less money, you know. Over here, it's just, we're so lucky to have what we have.
So we came with 4 suitcases, that time without kids, and we came for better life to give our kids something more than what we could do back home in former Yugoslavia at that time. July 1st, when he was 164th in Ontario, he started to play smart, and he went to 8 tournaments. He finished 7 times in finals. 5 times he was a winner, and it went kind of, I'm not saying easy, I mean nothing is easy, but it went kind of uphill.
Mac is of Serbian or Yugoslavian background, and like about a third of the academy now with the Novak Djokovic movement, and very popular tennis as a sport in Eastern Europe, Czech Republic and Croatia. He has so much talent. He's top 10 national talent, but his mental, as you know, being a tennis player yourself, college level, it's 99 at the very highest levels. It's millimeters of intellect. It's cognitive, and by turning Max into a bit of a coach the last few years, although he's young, he's changed he's much more calmer, you know, even keel. He doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. He lets stuff fall off his back. He sees how the kids react. It's made him a better human being.
Max is currently 45th in Ontario and climbing the ranks. In January, he will be competing in nationals. Make sure to keep a lookout for him. For Centennial Sportsnet, I'm Martha Kruk. Wow, what a great feature. But anyways, going on to something different, think of something you would do in gym class and combine that with an activity in your backyard. I know what you're thinking, a rope climb barbecue? Yeah, matches? No. I'm talking about trampoline dodgeball. Here's Lauren Maharaj with a new way to injure yourself.
The fairly new Aerosports Trampoline Park is among only 3 facilities of its kind in the province of Ontario. This 2,000 square foot aerial playground is also host to one of the facility's most popular features for members, trampoline dodgeball.
This facility is pretty new actually. We're coming up on our 1-year anniversary in a week. Like literally a week is our 1-year anniversary. This league has been around since we opened. It is pretty, I think it's the only trampoline dodgeball that I've heard of. Everyone's respectful of everyone. We got the monitors and the referees who are always watching you, making sure you follow the rules and all that.
Since traditional dodgeball is played on hard surfaces, adding an aerial component brings the game to a whole new level. For league members who have been playing trampoline dodgeball since its introduction, being able to stay competitive, catch some air, beat safe, and reap in the rewards of a good workout are all a part of the sport's intrigue.
We played dodgeball before, and the thought of it being on trampolines was pretty intriguing. And yeah, we thought it's a good exercise. You know, you're using stabilizing muscles while you're jumping and trying to balance in the air. It's a good stress relief. You know what I mean? You come here, you get to throw the ball, let out, I guess, some controlled aggression, you know, so to speak. But you don't feel it as like when you're playing in the gym. Sometimes you'll go down on your knees, even though you have knee pads. You're still banging your knees. Here on the trampolines, you know what I mean. You can get a little more aerial with your dodges.
Now, although the league at Aerosports is a rec league, it doesn't mean that victory and strategy takes a back seat. Being competitive has come with the territory for the year-old league, and the more people who fall in love with the sport, the greater the competition is sure to become.
They do take it pretty seriously. Like we've had 1 or 2 people we had to kick them out because they got a bit too serious. But you know, they are competitive. But it's all at the end of the day, it's all good fun. Like they cheer both teams on. They just take it all in good fun, really.
No, right now it's just a league play, but there definitely is a strategy to the game on how to play it and whatnot. I can't let you guys know those secrets. You got to play and find out for yourselves. But there's definitely strategies to the game for sure.
Aerosports offers basketball, dodgeball, and gymnastic-inspired foam pits for people of all levels. Considering the facility's emphasis on safety, it's fair to say that anyone can get some air.
Basically, like this whole place during the day and during the weekends and all that, it's just open for people to come in and jump on the trampolines. We've got the foam pit over there. You probably can't see it now, but it's just for people to jump into the foam. It's open to people all ages, not just adults. We've got kids. We even got like babies come here and jump. It's awesome.
You get to bounce around on a trampoline with, you know what I mean. Good-looking people out here throwing the ball at each other. I mean, what more could you ask for, really?
So there you have it, a brand new way to go out, have some fun, learn a new sport, and get airborne. And all you need is a dodgeball, some socks, and a trampoline. Signing off for Centennial Sportsnet, I'm Lauren Maharaj.
Thank you, Lauren Maharaj, for that beautiful piece. Now, Emma Watson, Jennifer Lawrence. What do they have in common? Well, if you're friends with them like I am, you would know that growing up, they were avid field hockey players. And if Hermione and Candice Everdeen played it, you know this is a sport not to be messed with. Now let's take it to the field where OUA semifinal action took place on Friday afternoon with York Lions taking on Toronto Varsity Blues. The Lions visited the Varsity Center looking for a spot in the finals, and Varsity Blues looking for their 9th final appearance. Now, Lions were tested early, but goalie Chanel Fernando shuts the door on Tegan Stairs. Stairs centers the ball, but Ali Lee, whose shot goes top corner to give the Bulls a 1-0 lead. Toronto was looking to add to that lead before the end of the half as they go tic-tac-toe, ending with a goal from Burlington's Lauren Sudak. Let's take it to the second half. Varsity Blues wanted to ice the game early as Amanda Woodcroft streaks through the Lions' defense, laying it off for Nicole Springs, who thinks she scores. However, despite Woodcroft's pleas, the ref did not agree with the goal. Toronto, still leading 2-0, gets another opportunity as the star of the game, Lee, finds the net to score her 2nd of the match. No need for the ref there. Lions head coach Zishan Minhouse not looking too happy. Toronto celebrates as they are on their way to the finals once again to defend their OUA title against the Guelph Griffins, while the York Lions will be taking on the Waterloo Warriors for bronze. There you have it. Quick shout out for UFT Blues 3-0 York Lions.
Coming up on Centennial Sportsnet, a unique way to stay active in Toronto. U of T and Queens in a quarterfinal rematch. Part 2 of our top 10 plays of the year.
Is your dog uncooperative, unresponsive, or just plain unbelievable? Introducing DOG Training by Tyler Bitton, a comprehensive program that can be all yours for $19.99, including all new methods that probably aren't FDA approved. Other dog training programs leave you stressed out and searching for answers, but the DOG program is designed to strengthen your dog intellectually and physically through time-tested methods that can help your best friend be a better best friend. So you can get back to doing what you love the most, reading cookbooks indoors with no kitchen in sight. And who doesn't want that? The DOG training program, dedicated, organized, and gentle, is on sale for this very special offer of $19.99 plus shipping and handling. So give us a call today at 1-888-944-WOLF.
When people want to work out, they will go to the gym or for a run to stay active. In Toronto, Nathan Bitton is a certified fight instructor for Fight Directors of Canada at the Rapier Wit Stage and Screen Combat Centre. Nathan is running classes to teach his students what fight combat is and how much a workout it can be. Tyler Bitton has more.
I just love teaching all that cool movement, and every time it's different, every time it has different challenges, and it's a lot of fun.
Nathan Bitton has been involved with stage combat since 2007 and has worked his way up to become a certified fight instructor for Fight Directors of Canada and Rapier Wit located in downtown Toronto. Nathan's job is to build fights for plays that is both exciting for the actors and the audience.
Stage combat is doing choreography and techniques to build a fight for a play or for a film. We choreograph all that stuff so it's all nice and safe, but still tells a great story and has a lot of excitement factor for the audience. So there's lots and lots of different techniques that we can use, and it's kind of like taking those and using them as a puzzle to build something that suits the play or the film or the TV show, that keeps it safe for the actors, but exciting for the audience.
Ever since he was a kid, Nathan has always been drawn to do fight combat, pretending to be one of his favorite video game heroes.
I was always a kid that was running around with like sticks as swords and stuff like that. I used to play with the knife sharpener out of a set of knives and like a pie plate, and that was my sword and shield. And I'd run around and play Zelda. So I think I always wanted to do this sort of thing. I didn't really know it existed though until I was in theater school. So once I found out that it was there and that it was an option, that this is a thing that people actually do, I just took to it like immediately, have kind of never stopped.
Along with his university friend from UTM, Andy Ingram, Nathan and Andy run fun open houses for anybody who is interested in fight combat.
And well, Andy and I, we've been doing this together. We started the exact same class, and we've been working together ever since we started. We work really, really well together. So it tends to be when we get together and run an open house like this, that we do very collaborative stuff, and we like to have a lot of fun, and we like to try new things. We always like to kind of take stuff outside of the box a little bit and really use the space and get everybody involved and just really make the most of that time and have a good time. It could be your night off, but you decided to come down and spend it with us, so let's have some fun.
Fight combat is not only fun, but it's also a way to get out and keep a fit and active lifestyle.
It's a full body workout for sure. I mean, you're doing movement unlike anything else. It's not your standard kind of fitness or your standard kind of gym time like a lot of people will do. You've got to keep your arm extended out at full reach for 5 minutes or whatever while we're doing all this. So it really is, there's lots of twisting and turning and rolling and jumping and falling and all this stuff. So just across the board, I think it's important with stage combat to do your best to stay active in between doing the work, because coming into it cold, you can kind of hurt yourself. So that's really important. And it's just a great motivation to, rather than, I'm gonna go to the gym and lift weights today, instead it's like, well, I'm gonna go down to the studio and swing a sword and shield around for a while. And it can get pretty exhausting. I think the first time Andy and I ever did a fight together, it was just unarmed, no weapons and stuff. It was about maybe 2.5 minutes long. And by the end of it, we were just puddles. Just because you're throwing everything you got into it, because you're acting too, right? You're putting character and stuff, so your breathing is different. You're making noises. You're even doing stuff with your face. It's your whole body's engaged, and so it really takes that out of you in a different way than just say, I don't know, running or biking or something like that. It's a whole kind of different experience. So it's pretty awesome.
For Centennial Sportsnet, I'm Tyler Bitton.
The 2014 men's soccer season ended for the Queen Gaels after a 1-0 loss to University of Toronto in the quarterfinals, with Naroon Savanthanan scoring the winner. This year, it's playoff time again. And who do the Gaels have in the first round? Toronto. Can't write a better script. Can they turn things around this year? The number 3 seed Gaels visiting the Varsity Blues, number 2 seed. In the 7th minute, the Blues' Youssef Helmi is denied by Taylor Reynolds. What a save. 33rd minute, Oliver Corin, free kick off the crossbar, so close, what a chance. 10 minutes from half, Kusa Nazimi threads the needle and finds Naroon Savanthanan on a great run, but is called offside. Andrew Martin here had a field goal attempt during a soccer game, and it's no good. 45th minute, Helmi shows off some skill and delivers a cross on a tee for Savanthanan to place it in the top corner. 1-0 Toronto. That is number 7 on the season for the third-year striker from Brampton. Second half, Savanthanan finds Helmi with a cross, and again Reynolds with the save, keeping his team within a goal. Last minute now for the Gaels, Brevin McKay's cross is right at Rab Bruce Lockhart, and the Varsity Blues take the match 1-0. Thanks to our very own Dwayne Turner working hard on the sideline. That is dedication, folks. Toronto will move on to the semifinals to play cross-city rivals York University. Savanthanan and company will look to move on to the finals.
In our previous show, you saw some of our top moments of the year, many of which I will never forget. We continue the countdown with our top 5.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are, the top 5 plays of the year. Who will hold that coveted title? What will win Best Play of the Year? A lot of these questions are going to be answered shortly, but before we do, let me go over some of the complicated, convoluted, and difficult, yet fair, system that was put in place to pick these top 10 plays. I picked them. So, on to number 5. So we start off with Ikene Kawacha from Centennial. It's on through on the break. He takes a shot at the punch save by Algonquin, Simon Brown. Back-to-back bombs at number 4, Nate Hobbs of Queens heaves it to Curtis Carmichael, who's brought down at the 1 for a 52-yard completion. After fumbling in the end zone didn't produce the score, the Golden Dale determined to do better. Very next drive, give me a deja vu, except this time, Hobbs, Doug Corby, TD. Number 3 has Boston Blades Christina Brown with sweet moves on Kessler. Back in my time, they call that the old dipsy doodle. So you can forget that this is the hard-hitting sport of football. And even if you forget that this does eventually become a touchdown, I'm well prepared to defend York Lions' Jamari Bennett as the second best play of the year just for being able to run for 115 yards. I'm tired just talking about it. The number 1 play of the year is? Well, before we get to that, I just wanted to take this opportunity and show a few clips of the favorite times of the year. I want to thank all of my associates for making this quite a memorable experience. So I kindly ask that you
watch it! Watch it!
Watch it? Watch it! Watch it! Watch it!
Second best thing to come out of Newmarket since yours truly. start panicking. Now I'll begin again. Open your eyes, please. Turn your smile on. Realign with now.
Stop growing, man. Stop growing.
Freaking out, wishing you were peeking out. Hold it together now instead of leaking out. Turn your smile.
When everyone else started eating at Chipotle.
Remember the days when you
Loved it.
Number 1 comes to us from the Durham Lords. Where's that Lord? Anyway, Taylor McGee wonderfully tips a pass to the defender. Quick look downfield, sends a perfect pass over and through defenders. Ackerman tips it past the goalie and calmly puts it into the net. I'm telling you folks, you have sweet moves at both ends, bookending a wonderful 30-yard pass. That is the highlight of the year. There you have it, folks. The very best of the 2015 season. Bigger and better things await us all. I'm Derek Passarelli, Centennial Sportsnet. Have an outstanding future.
Coming up, the York Rangers take on the visiting Mississauga Chargers in OJHL action. And we take one last look at the best of 2015. Stay tuned.
She doesn't always have time to go to the gym, but when she does, she makes sure to take all business calls and dress appropriately for the occasion. When she just touches the piano, a Beethoven symphony magically starts playing. Her celebrity status gets her in all the A-list parties. She is the most interesting woman in the world.
I don't always drink Dos Equis, but when I do, I make sure I'm already drinking before I have a cigarette. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Three games in 3 days in the OJHL are always a tough task for teams testing players' determination and willing to fight through fatigue. The North York Rangers and Mississauga Chargers were put to the task heading into their Sunday afternoon matchup. The Chargers are coming in on a 2-game losing skid. North York looking for their second win in 3 days. Mississauga's Daniel Pereira streaks in Jeremy Littner with 2 saves, but Stefano Alonzi bangs home his 8th of the year, 1-0 for the Chargers. Rangers head to the dressing room down 1 looking for more energy. During the first intermission, a local figure skating team puts on a lovely performance. Let's see if that gives the Rangers a jolt of energy to start the second frame. They would come out on attack. Ryan Takamatsu fires a wrister from the top of the circle, deflected in the corner, and a huge hit by Luca. Rangers keep coming. Slap shot is turned away by Andrew Cipollone. Chargers turn up ice. Alonzi dishes it to Steve Mariani, who slides it past Littner. 2-0 Mississauga. Later in the frame, Rangers enter the zone. The puck is laid off for Ryan Hunt. His shot is turned aside, and Cipollone makes a great save on the rebound. Let's take another look. The Rangers were robbed on the doorstep by Cipollone. Third period was more the same story. Here's a quick look at some of Cipollone's best saves. He denies the Rangers in close a couple of times. Even a bounce off the glass couldn't beat him. Rangers were throwing everything they could. Mississauga would end up adding an empty netter and score a takedown here in a wrestling match late en route to a 3-0 win. Cipollone was the star, making 45 saves for the shutout. Chargers are happy to take this one.
So Matt, what are you going to take away from this year?
I'm going to take away all the great experiences we had throughout the course, all the people we met, and I'm just looking forward to the future for us. How about you, Martha?
Yeah, definitely. I think there are a lot of great experiences, but one thing I will try to forget is that 30-hour bus ride to Florida. So with that being said, let's go to the best of 2015, Tyler Bitton.
My favorite memory was?
I think one of my favorite moments.
Well, there's obviously so many to choose from.
I'm glad you asked that question.
Well, I think probably my favorite memory was going around the Pan Am Games working for CBC as one of the senior riders. And every time I went to one of the locations to do my job, there was one of our students doing their job either for CBC or for Post Media and Sun Media. And I think probably of all the things that happened, that's the one that made me really realize what the talent level was among the students in this class, that they were able to go out and do something that is live, and not only that, but do something that is live alongside professionals who, of course, will always be checking you out and seeing how well you're doing.
The trip to Florida, I think we as a group really came together during that trip, and there's a lot of fond memories. Some we can talk about, some I can't really mention on camera. Had some great moments learning the ways of interviewing, of writing stories, and I thought it was a great learning experience. And like I said, it brought the group together, and I thought that was very important for us.
It all started back in March with the spring training, going down and talking to minor league ball players coming through different teams and stuff like that. And
Interviewing athletes for the first time and in a professional setting was amazing. It was a great opportunity and a really great experience, and something that I'll never forget for the rest of my life.
And then I went to a Jays game where we got to cover it from the press box and write a story for it. And then
a few of us in the digital side were able to be runners for the team during their playoff runs, so we were able to work the ALDS and ALCS. We were media runners, so we ran notes to the press boxes and handled the microphones at the press conferences.
Where I was a year ago, even living in the Maritimes, I never would have thought that I would have had an opportunity like this to be able to go and be front and center for one of the biggest moments, biggest events in Canadian sports history in the last 25 years.
Covering the men's gold medal baseball game, watching Canada beat the U.S. in extra innings. I know I was there as a reporter, but just a great moment. It was unreal. Goosebumps.
The ride home from Florida, just knowing we did such a great job, such a good group, and good food, good rest.
The Friday morning, after maybe a few too many bush lights, and waking up to that Malcolm Kelly phone call, letting me know that I was late and I had to get on the bus, and it was quite the experience.
I was at the women's wrestling with Pamela and Alexis, and it was just a fantastic experience to be able to think through a shoot, be able to film it for hours, come back and edit it for even more hours. Light bulb went off, and then, hey, this is the path that I want to take.
Pretty much everyone gets along, I hope in the future that we all stay in communication, things like that. And I know everyone's going to be an amazing success if they keep their nose to the grindstone and just keep on the path they're on. It's going to be amazing.
For the whole 2015 year, I think it was for me just all the experiences we got to do.
It was probably when we were assigned a group assignment, and Tyler and I were given the chance to dress up as two of our professors, Tyler as Malcolm Kelly, myself as Jim Taddy, and just filming at a Good Life Fitness Club, wearing an oversized men's blazer with a mustache, playing squash, which we realize I'm not very good at.
But I have to say, it has to be the creation of the Thirst Brothers. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, I think so. Ever since we started the Thirst Brothers, we have events now, t-shirts, and we walk around school and everybody knows just who the brothers are.
So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. Something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Wow, what a year. I can't believe it's all over. So I would like to say thank you to all the classmates, teachers, production company that has helped us with this. Now, what's next for you, Matt?
Well, not just for me, but all of us. We're going to our internships. We're going to go out there, make connections, work hard, and hit the workforce really good. And guys, let's end this show in style. 3, 2, 1.
Watch it!
Roll the credits.